Gibson again.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a 3-possession game.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Taylor will throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
Following the fumble recovery, Howell.
Throw right side complete to Dotson.
Touchdown!
Jahan Dotson
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quan Martin, and the Commanders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Howell.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
10 more there and another first down. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Howell's throw complete to Dotson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Dotson in motion right. And here's a give to Gibson.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, this from 37.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
To throw is Taylor.
He's got Slayton on the slant.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Washington on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
The short throw pulled in by Bellinger.
Boy, shifts past him.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, here's Breida. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Taylor fights through him.
Quick slant into the hands of Darren Waller.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Cougar 19.
Here's Taylor. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Rashawn Wright. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for Commanders touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Sly on for the extra point.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
Here we go, here we go.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hurt, hurt. Right there, hurt.
Barkley inside handoff. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Well, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Bowden now to return. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run. It's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Back to throw, Howell.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Kayvon Thibodeau drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but with self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Quan Martin.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Hustle, hustle. Go.
On On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. That's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long.